Let's sing something. La la la.
We can ask me out how we like. If enough of us are wrong, wrong is
Just
right.
love it.
N-O-R-T-Y. We're a little bit naughty, so we ought to stay inside the night. If we disobey at the same time, there is nothing that the trunchbull can do.
The first time I saw this, it was on the phone, and I thought he was smelling underwear when he had the microphone, and I guess some of you got mad with that comment, but you know what? It was really small on the phone. I didn't know. But I have to come back. I have to put it on this video because you guys really, really wanted me to react to the entire song. However, we've only got 30 seconds of it. But today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to react to that, and let's compare it to the musical production from 8 years ago. Yeah.
We can ask me out how
The
we
dancing
like.
is insane in this.
Wrong is right, everyone. N-O-R-T-Y.
Here's our TikTok move.
We're a little bit naughty, so we ought to stay inside the night. If we disobey at the
Oh, she's
same time,
great.
there is nothing that the trunchbull can do. We can take her hammer and execute. Might have thought we were weak, but we're strong. Might have thought we were
Love
right,
it.
but we're wrong. Because you finally pushed us too far. There's no going back 'cause we
Hear all of the harmony in there. I know that we get so distracted by all of the dancing and the amazingness that's going on, but there's so many layers of harmony, and their enunciation is spot on. Listen to the layering as it comes in right before this.
hammer and execute. Might have thought we were weak,
Right?
but we're
Unison.
strong. Might have thought we were right, but
And then we have layers coming more.
finally pushed us too far. There's no going back 'cause we are E-V-O-L-T-I-N. We've got TikTok.
Can't help but hop in. What are we spelling? Is it revolting or revolt? What are they spelling? What is that? What we're spelling? Revolting? U-S-I-N-G. Hang on, we gotta back up. I want to know. What are you spelling? I don't know. I don't know. What was that? R-E-L-I-T-N? What are they spelling? Hang on. Thank you, Dr. Google. Revolting children lyrics. We're a little bit N-O-R-T-Y. I'm assuming that means naughty. Naughty? This is like, what is going on? It's a whole other language. So let's hear the difference between what we're seeing in the movie and what we see on Broadway. Because when we're on Broadway, you can't clip. Each time that we're watching this movie, we're seeing clip after clip after clip. So one, they get to do as many takes as they want. Secondly, they're not singing live. They're just not. So they are lip singing over it, which means that they can breathe while you're doing your lip moving. You can totally take in a breath where you need it as much as you want because you're not making the sound. You're not only not making the sound, you don't have to stabilize the sound. But when we go live, can we do it? Oh, is that the little kid on the speaker? Oh, he's so cute. That was a total like Mariah Carey moment. I love this already. Oh, get it, kiddos. Oh my God, look at their faces. They are not messing around. Air guitar. Can we just give a moment to their facial expressions? The faces alone are priceless. We weren't seeing this level of crazy in the movie. I mean, granted, they look pissed, but they're not as wild looking. Okay. Should I even say it? Should I even say it? I'm just gonna say it. A little bit naughty felt a little bit sexy. Is that weird? Is that weird? That move? It felt like what we just saw from the musical itself was more wild and raw and kind of crazy kids letting loose. And this feels a little bit like sexy, well put together kind of, and then with this, a little bit naughty, and they did her little sassiness there. I don't know. I kind of like the wild craziness more. Watch her eyes when she does that move. And I called this the TikTok move because it felt like such a TikTok move. And it's funny because TikTok has such a reputation of hypersexualizing minors and really having a lot of young people wearing next to nothing doing these super sexy moves. And that's what they choose for that moment. And you guys, you will probably come out to get me. And yes, I am old and it does make me slightly conservative, but I don't know.
Everyone N-O-R-T-Y. We're a little bit naughty, so we all stay inside the line. If we just
Weird, right?
we'll be revolting children till our revolt.
Yeah, these kids just look wild. Why? Yeah. Kids just look crazy. Kids look wild. They're running amok. Stuff is about to break. That's the faces that I'm seeing. And the dance moves are not at all sexy whatsoever. Very, very different mood here. Definitely more wild, crazy kids. We do want to point out that the enunciation is pretty freaking phenomenal. This is live. I can understand what they're saying. Maybe it's a little bit better because it's not spelling as much, but I don't know. It's a different portrayal of it. Seeing the comparison now, it makes the new version feel not as raw and not as innocent as kids should be in some ways.
Revolting time!
Get it!
Songs!
Get it, kid! Who are they? Are the teachers crazy too? Is that what's going on? Are they the teachers or the students? Because he's a hell of a lot older than everybody else. That chick still looks crazy in the front though. Get it? So you see all of them jumping and moving and bouncing everywhere, but we still hear solid vocals enunciated correctly. They are staggering their breath, which means that while some people are singing, other people are taking that moment to breathe, and then they alternate. Because if you all take your breath at the same time, sometimes when there's too many words, you're gonna get a word cut off because you need to breathe somewhere. When you're doing a group with this many vocals or this many lyrics crammed right next to each other, you stagger your breath and breathe at different points. So as an audience, we don't hear the difference. Now, in the movie, they're not going to have to do that again because it's been pre-recorded and put over the top. Let's sing something. La la la. Oh, the dungeon opens. Look at them.
Oh. And so you think you're able to survive this mess by being a prince or a princess?
She seems like a sergeant.
There's no escaping tragedy.
Dude, I would not mess with her. She looks like some serious business right there. Like total sergeant, like line up. I don't know how they did that, but it's it's like remarkable how I would not mess with her. I just wouldn't.
And even if you put in heaps of effort, you're just wasting energy. 'Cause your life as you know it is ancient history.
I like that hit on each word.
I have suffered in this jail. I've been trapped inside this cage for ages. This living hell. But if I try, I can remember that before my life had ended, before my happy days were over, before I first heard the pealing of the bell.
I love that we can understand everything that they're saying. And then the choreography on that, like, it definitely gives a feeling like
they're going to hell.
absolutely. I would turn around, I would leave. I love all the different levels, the heights, the ages. I know they're all within a similar spectrum. I think it's really cool to see all the diversity between all the students that we just saw, and the voices all blending super well. Sometimes when you have a choir that's a little bit too different in age and too different in styles or techniques, it's hard to understand, but we could hear them perfectly.
I was curious, so innocent I asked 1,000
This is
questions,
cool.
but unless you want to stop and listen up, and I will teach you a thing or two.
Oh.
You listen here, my dear, you'll be punished severely if you step out of line, and if you cry, it's gonna be double. You should stay out of trouble and remember to be extremely careful.
Why?
Why?
Why? Did you hear what we said?
Just you wait for this.
Oh.
What's for Zed?
Dude, this choreography is badass. I did a reaction to one of their other videos, and I will be sure to link that down below, and I was a little concerned at, the choreography being a little bit mature. You guys did not like that comment, but you know what? It's my personal opinion, but I'm really liking this choreography. It's giving a feeling of going to jail, of people being held against their will. It's giving that feeling behind it of tension and of the tight movements, and then her vocals on top of it being very sharp and spot and on point, and staccato is what the term would be. Very, very harsh, and not letting it smooth out is giving this feeling of intensity. And that's exactly what we would want in this scene.
Physical education. The Trunchbull's speciality.
Oh, this whole thing is choreographed.
We're prefects. We're here to take you to class. So, we're going to start learning? Oh, you'll start learning, all right.
None of you are special.
Alphabet. You don't know the alphabet until we learn you the alphabet.
Okay.
And so you think you're able to survive this mess by being a prince or a princess. You will soon see there's no escaping tragedy.
Oh, that's so awesome that they linked in the letter D, tragedy. That's really, really creative in lyrics. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to watch this movie, you guys. I'm just going to have to watch this movie.
And even if you put in heaps of effort, you're just wasting energy. 'Cause your life, as you know, it is ancient history.
This is so cool.
I have suffered in this jail. I've been trapped inside this cage for ages. This living hell. But if I try, I can remember back
Wait.
before my life.
Where the hell are they? Are they in like a freaking submarine or something? How does their school have this underground area that looks really jacked up? Like, where the hell are they?
Before my happy days were over.
Nice.
Before I first heard the pealing of the bell.
Ew. Oh.
I knew I was curious, so listen, I asked 1,000 questions, but unless you want to stop and listen up, and I will teach you a thing or two. You listen here, my dear, you'll be punished severely if you step out of line, and if you cry, it'll be double. You should stay out of trouble and remember to be extremely careful.
Why?
Oh no. Seriously, kid? After all of that, you're gonna ask why again? Don't you know that that's not what you're supposed to do? Don't ask why.
Tell me why.
Don't ask why. Don't do it.
Why?
No.
Didn't you hear what we said?
I have become aware that some of you are not yet in class. Correct this. You have 5 seconds to comply.
C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X,
Jesus. They don't even know where they're going.
Happened to Matilda and Psychic.
1.
Just you wait for phys ed.
Jesus. No, thank you. That seems like hell. Like, I thought I had bad schooling. That's wow. Oh my God. I don't even I feel like I didn't even really say anything because I was just in awe of this entire song. It rarely happens. Like, it really took me in. Let's sing something. La la la.
When I say red, for example, there's no way of knowing.
Oh, that just started right off.
In your head, as red means in my head when someone says red, and how if we are traveling at almost the speed of light,
Jeez.
and we're holding a light, that light would still travel away from us at the full speed of light, which seems right in a way. What I'm trying to say, I'm not sure, but I wonder if inside my head I'm not just a bit different from some of my friends. These answers that come into my mind and hidden, these stories delivered to me fully fully written. And when everyone shouts like they seem to like shouting.
I've seen the Broadway version of this, and this wasn't like a favorite song of mine. And I don't know. It was good, but I didn't really relate to it. And everyone kept saying you have to watch this version. And I'm gonna say it's very rare that a movie will ever do better than the real life stage version. It's just how it is. But this is already something really magical. I feel like I gotta start it all over again. I feel like I didn't even catch the beginning of it. I'm a little shocked. I'm a little shocked at how I could actually visualize what she's going through. This is like a panic attack. It's like anxiety. I didn't catch that in the Broadway version. I don't know why, but it just didn't connect as much as visually now I can see this.
Have you ever wondered, well I have, about how when I say red, for example, there's no way of knowing if red means the same thing in your head as red means
Good point.
in my head when someone says red, and how if we are travelling at almost the speed of light, and we're holding a light, that light would still travel away from us at the full speed of light, which seems right in a way, but I'm trying to say, I'm not sure, but I wonder if inside my head, I'm not just a bit different from some of my friends. These answers that come into my mind unbidden, these stories delivered to me fully written.
Yeah. This is like an anxiety, a panic attack. That's where her brain is coming up with all of these ideas, like red, what it means to me doesn't mean the same to you, and how it's kind of jumping from subject matter to subject matter about light. And if we're moving at the speed of light, all these different thoughts are exactly what happens when you start to kind of overload. Like I used to overload is what I called it. I didn't really have an exact term. And this is what happens. Your brain just starts attaching to different things. Damn it, you guys, I see why you wanted me to react to this. Oh, this is gonna be emotional. I hope you're okay with that.
And when everyone shouts like they seem to like shouting, the noise in my head is incredibly loud, and I just wish they'd stop. My dad and my mum and the telly and stories would stop for just once. And I'm sorry, I'm not quite explaining it right. This noise becomes anger, and the anger is light, and it's burning inside me. It would usually fade, but it isn't today. And the heat and the shouting, and my heart is pounding, and my eyes
God,
are
her
burning,
emotions.
and suddenly everything quiet.
Damn it, you guys. I had a feeling. Oh, this is crap. This is a form of what's called dissociative disorder. And it happens when you're raised in chaos, raised in trauma. And I always called it checking out. That's what I called it. It was called checking out. And it was where when things got too intense, which I was raised in quite a bit of trauma and being screamed at, told you're stupid over and over and over again. And what happens is your brain, in order to protect itself, will just check out, float away, go somewhere else. And collectively, it starts exactly like she just described, where you just start thinking of random things and you're just trying to grasp onto something to not be present because present is too painful. So you just grasp and you're just trying to think of anything. And I used to do like my homework in my head. I had really good grades. And until you're just gone and you're just somewhere else. And it's quiet. Shit.
Like silence, but not really silent. Just that still sort of quiet. Like the sound of a page being turned in a book.
God, she's so good.
Or a pause in a walk in the woods.
is she? I mean, for her to put in this much emotion as a little kid, to have, you know, be able to dance, and the choreography that she's done in other I've seen in other videos. I've done other videos from Matilda, and I will be sure to link them down below. How old is she? Like, this is something that's really mature, something that, in order to display, having the assumption that she wasn't raised in this type of an environment, it would be hard to tap into that. And God, she's just spot on. She's spot on vocally. She's spot on emotionally. How old is she? Where did she come from? You know, this girl's gonna go far. Like
silence, but not really silent.
God, does that ring true?
Just that nice kind of quiet. Like the sound when you lie upside down in your bed.
Oh, cute.
Just the sound of your heart in your head.
I'm gonna have to watch this movie. So if you wanna watch it with me, then come on over to my Patreon. I will be sure to link that down below. We do weekly watch parties. We do movie musical parties. We do all sorts of stuff. It's an amazing, caring, loving, like, I just love all of them, all of my followers. You guys are amazing. Come on over, hang out with us. It's only $5 a month. So skip coffee for one day, get an entire month of content with fellow amazing people, and I will be sure to link that down below.
And though the people around me, their mouths are still moving, the words they are forming cannot reach me anymore.
Her dynamics in this, the way that she's cannot reach me anymore, she's holding it straight and then allowing it to flutter at the very end to create that gentle feel. That's just, it's just amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I'm going to have to rewatch this and listen to it again when I'm not crying my freaking eyes out, you guys, which normally does not happen in my videos. I'm normally very happy and chirpy. But man, oh man, does this strike a chord for me. A lot of people actually have dissociative disorder or have had it, and it's an ongoing battle when you're raised in that, that chaos and turmoil, and it's just a safety thing. And it's been a journey for me, and things that I've had to do to make sure by going to therapy and adjusting. And most people who look at me would think, oh, she's happy all the time, you know. But behind the scenes, there's a lot of things that have happened in my life that have brought me to where I am today, which I'm very happy to be here. But I wouldn't be here if it weren't for therapy, if it weren't for self-development, weren't for telling myself that I'm good and really reinforcing that. And when you're raised in this, it's hard to do for a long time. So for anyone that this song rang true for, I send my love to you. Okay, let's just keep going.
And it is quiet, and I am warm. Like I've said.
God.
Into the eye of the storm.
This is the end of the rebellion. Left the gates of Hades. Here, I'm going to tear you apart.
Is she gonna move it?
Who did that?
I didn't know she had powers. What the hell? I had no idea. That's cool. I'm a hot mess. Let's sing something. La la la.
Surely can't.
Or even two.
God, this is such a good song.
But even you, Bruce,
Look at that scowl.
admit, between you and it, there's not a lot of difference in size.
Dude.
He can't, he can, surely can't, he surely can't. You are the man, Bruce. He might explode.
I
The woman
was too stunned to speak.
I am just blown back at the amazing quality of choreography in this entire movie. I mean, how old are these kids? Because their level and their skill level is so adult, like well done. Every single move, every single thing seems to be just totally on point. I mean, even when we saw those kids jumping, they're not like kind of jumping. They're legit jumping.
There's not a lot of difference in size.
Like, making sure it's perfect. It's crazy.
He might explode. He's quite elastic. He's going to glow, make it stop. He's fantastic. Look at him go. I can't watch. I think it affects.
I love her scowl.
What feels suspected? You have a word, or maybe your largeness. It's a bit like the TARDIS. Considerably roomier inside. He can't.
Okay, this part right here. He can't, he can't, he can't. Why did they switch to American English on the second can't? They went, he can't, he can't, he surely can't, he surely, or he can't, he can't. They went back to can't. Why did they throw in that one American can't? That would just seem like such an odd choice to do. It doesn't quite fit? Is there a reason behind that? I feel like there's a hidden gem, you know? It's like one of those movies that there's hidden gems and you're like, why? And then you find out and it's like an ode to someone, you know, a tribute hidden in there. I feel like it is because it doesn't fit for some reason.
Surely can't, he surely can't. He won the man. B-R-O-O-C-E.
Is she? Oh my God.
You'll never again be subject to abuse. But you're immensely loose.
Oh, they're fabulous. She is, isn't she? Why didn't I catch this before? I thought he was just able to eat the whole freaking cake. I didn't know she's making him do it, right? With her superpowers. That's why she's got like that
Death stare?
you know, the superpower stare. She's making it so he can eat all of it. What? I had no idea. Why didn't I put that together before? I know why. Because I got distracted by their cute little shiny outfits. Oh, they're so adorable.
Tightening the noose. We never thought it was possible. But here it is coming true. We can
And the coloring through here.
The time has come to get that tumbly tum.
He was my favorite on his little sports car and that cute kid song in it. Oh, I'd take him home for sure.
No excuse, Bruce.
I love the choreography with the plates as if it's a hat too.
Oh, stuff it in, Bruce. You're almost finished. Fix it in, whatever you do,
on the
just
ground?
don't give in. Don't let her win. Come on, Bruce, be our hero. Cover yourself in shoulder glory, Bruce.
Oh, and she was so amazing. I had no idea that Miss Trunchbull was Emma Thompson. Is that her name? Emma Thompson? I didn't know.
Never again be subject
Oh, he's just going to town.
You're immense caboose. To pull the truce, Bruce.
Oh, you're so
One more
great.
fight and you're completely good to goose.
Oh, look at that.
Thought it was possible, but here it is coming true.
Do it, Bruce.
And now our pain unneeded.
The vocals are so amazingly on point from everyone. It wasn't even just one, but I had no idea that Mrs. Trunchbull was, I want to say Emma Thompson. God, I hope I'm getting that name right. I didn't know. You guys just kept commenting in my other reactions that I have, which I will be sure to link those down below as well. And I know who she is. And then I realized she's Miss Trunchbull. It was like, not only did they redo her makeup and her facial structure and all of the prosthetics, but she embodied a totally different person, just with her scowl and the way that she moved her body, everything. Like, God, I could go off about every single character in this movie about how amazing they all were. And that's really different, I gotta say. I feel like in this movie, every single character was amazing. The lead, the supportive lead girl, she was great. Mrs. Trunchbull, Miss Honey. Miss Honey should be on Broadway with that voice. She really should. Every single person was amazing. Like, that is very, very rare to see in a movie musical. Oh, the little twitch. totally did it. I love Miss Honey. She's just so sweet. Oh. Let's sing something. La la la. Rebellion.
Again will she get the best of me. Never again will she take away my freedom.
Oh,
And
baby.
we won't forget the day we fought for the right to be a little bit naughty.
I love how he really sits in the tempo there. He kept it normal and then he went into the beat of it and really hung in there. Nice.
Never again
Oh, look at her with the air.
will slam.
The wind, she's
Will I
just
be
staring.
bullied and never again will
Get
I
it, little
doubt
dude.
it when my mummy says I'm a miracle.
Oh,
Never again will we live behind bars. Never again are we as we are. Revolting children living in revolting times. We sing revolting songs, using revolting rhymes. We'll be revolting
Such a good song.
children till our revolting's done. And we'll have the chance for bolting. We're revolting.
I loved this little dude so much, and it was so sad when they put him in Trunky, whatever that box was called with the spikes, and they were like, you're gonna put him in there, and then you're gonna make him eat a bunch of cake, and it was so sad, just seeing him so sad, and I love that line. Never again will I, what was it? Never again will I doubt when my mommy says I'm a miracle, I think it is. So good. Get it, dude.
Revolting children living in revolting times. We sing revolting songs, using revolting rhymes.
I like the wank in the background.
Till our revolting's done, and we'll have the choice for bolting. We're revolting. We'll become a screaming
Get it, girl.
revolt.
I love that they really dressed her up as like a sergeant and she's really going for it. Every single one of these kids, dude, did not hold back. They all came 110% and you could see it in every single one, especially in the song.
Your hockey stick and music as a sword.
Yeah, that kind of disco feel to this.
Never again will we be ignored. We'll find out where the trophy's stored. And draw rude pictures on the board. If you're not insulting, we're revolting.
Oh, here we go.
Let's be out how we like. If enough of us are wrong, wrong is right.
So I reacted to this section right here where she's running through the hallway, and I reacted to it before I'd ever seen the movie. So it was totally out of context. I had no idea. And I did feel like one of the moves was a little TikTok feeling, but now seeing it in text, it's just made such a huge difference having her and seeing her in context instead of just separate. And now I have to say, I think the moves are fine. I think it works well. It fits. It just fits.
Everyone N-O-R-T-Y. We're a little bit naughty, so we ought to stay inside the line to participate at the same time. There is nothing that
I
the
love her
transport
with
can
the
do.
little sticker.
The breaker, hammer, and SHU. Might have thought we were weak, but we're strong. Might have thought we were brave, but you're wrong. Because you finally pushed us too far. There's no going back, 'cause we are revolting time. U-S-I-N-G. U-S-I-N-G.
This was so monumentous in the movie because you're like, yay! We've been cheering the whole time. I mean, I even said it like, how could the parents allow this to happen? But many of you guys in my Patreon have said it's simply because she would do something so crazy that there's no way a parent would believe that she did that. But it's just been a long time coming for them to finally have their freedom. And I think it's just beautiful. It's such a great scene. Get it, dancing. Nice modulation. Get it. Oh, Miss Honey. I love Miss Honey. Oh, she seriously needs to be on Broadway. Her voice was absolutely insane. So good. So good. Like, she needs to be singing on Broadway. The emotions that she put into her songs brought me to tears. Oh, she's so shy and so sweet. Oh, get it, kiddo. goes, get it, get it, get it. So good. Let's sing something. La, la, la.
To fetch a pail of water. So they say the subsequent fall was inevitable.
Oh.
They never stood a chance, they were written that way. Innocent victims of their
She's so
story.
concentrating.
Like Romeo and Juliet.
I
Written
love the
stars
parents.
Before they even met. That love and fate and a touch of stupidity would rob them of their hope of living happily. The endings are often a little bit gory. I wonder why they didn't just change their story.
I love her parents, even though I hate her parents. I love how over the top they made them, and they're just ridiculous. And she is so sweet and innocent, how she's making sure she's enunciating every single word very clearly because she is kind of sneaking around. What a great direction to take her in.
We're told we have to do what we're told, but surely
I forgot about that.
sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty.
Yep. Did you hear the vocal change in that? Everything was quiet until the very end, right as she's closing the door. Sometimes you have to be. She got a little bit louder there. She placed it higher in her nasal pharynx and less as a whisper placement.
To do what
that
we're
quiet?
told, but surely
And then tone difference.
sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty.
Perfect.
Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it.
Look at all the
If
stuffed
you always
animals.
take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change. Even if you're little, you can do a lot. You mustn't let a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around and let them get on top you, might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right.
So great. So amazing. Like, I am blown away by this kid and her level of efficiency as she is just nailing every single note, but she's also enunciating, but she's adding in the dynamics and she's cutting some off really, really short where they need to be. Either this was natural talent or they had a really good music director to help her through this, because the little subtle things that you normally wouldn't hear, but as a vocal coach, I can hear, and it's something that's trained in. It's not necessarily natural. And if this was natural, amazing, amazing.
And if it's not right, you have to put it right.
Little scrunchy face. What a bathtub. Looks awesome though.
In the slip of a boat, there's a tiny river.
Yeah, I hear that. There's a it's very small. It's not tiny. She keeps it really, really small. That is hard to do when you're hitting higher notes. However, she's younger. Her vocal cords are going to be thinner and longer than they're just little. So the vibration is little, which makes high notes a whole lot easier. As she grows up, her voice will change. Vocal cords will thicken and the low notes will be easier. But right now, she's taking full advantage of the fact that she can sing super high.
The seed of a war in the creek.
So much is going on.
A storm can begin with the flap of a wing. The tiniest mite pats the mightiest sting every day. Starts with a tick of a clock, all escapes. Start with a click or a lock. If you're stuck in your story and want to get out, you don't have to cry, you don't have to shout. Cause if you're little, you can do a lot. You mustn't let a little thing like little stop you.
And someone was telling me that she is Australian. Is that right? Because her accent is amazing. Now, granted, I'm American, so I wouldn't exactly know. But those of you who are like from, I would want to say this is a British accent. Oh God, don't come at me on that one. But if it is, I'd love to know if you're from there, if this sounds good, if her accent's spot on, because for me, it sounds really, really good.
If you sit around and let them get on top, you won't change a thing.
Tell it.
Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, you might
like,
as well
whatever,
be
I'm eating
saying
chocolate.
You think that it's okay, and that's not right. And if it's not right,
I love her little wrinkled
You
nose.
have to put it right. But nobody else is gonna put it right for me.
This section is gonna get higher, and you're gonna hear how she's gonna place it thinner in the front. It's not gonna be nobody else. You're not gonna hear her yelling at all. It's gonna be really cute and really thin and really to the front, so that way she can nail these notes.
Nobody but me is gonna change my story.
There you go.
Sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty.
Look at that little look.
That's under my head.
Let's sing something. La la la.
Look at my trophies, see how my trophies gleam in the sunlight, see how they shine.
Oh, she did so good.
Do you think it took to become English hammer throwing champion?
Champion.
1959. Do you think in that moment, when my big moment came, that I treated the rules with casual disdain?
I had no idea she could sing. And not only can she sing, but she's making sure everything is just perfectly delivered. Just her cuddling against the trophy and softening her voice and then getting harder afterwards. So good. Well.
Like hell! As I stepped up to the circle, did I change my plan? What? As I chalked up my palms, did I wave my hands? I did not. As I started my spin, did I look at the view? Did I drift off and dream for a minute or two? Do you think I altered or amended my rotation? Do you think I altered my intended elevation? As the hammer took off, did I change my grunt from the grunt I had practiced for many a month? Not a jot, not a dot did I stray from the plot. Not a detail of my throw was adjusted or forgot.
She is singing higher, and yet she's still nailing it. Da 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 da. But she's making sure that it's actually da 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 da. Totally wrong song. But as she's hitting those notes, she's making sure she's tightening up her core and tightening up her throat. It's giving this intensity. But God, I just love how she adds that little bit to it, just with her little crack in her voice and the way that she flails a little bit on the notes. It adds such dynamic and change that it's musical. It's musical theater. It's amazing.
Not even when the hammer left my hands and sailed high up
Doing like
above
everything.
the stands. Did I let myself go? No. 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 No.
Oh.
If you want to throw the hammer.
Oh, did you hear that? Throw the hammer. It was much lighter than what she was just doing.
No. No.
No, no. But then watch, gentle.
If you want to throw the hammer for your country,
Yeah.
you have to stay inside the circle all the time.
I love that she's hitting it, but she's all the time. She's still adding this little bit of tightness at the end of the softened voice. Like, I didn't know this was her. I had no idea this was Emma. I'm a star! Thompson? Emma Watson? Emma something. Please, I'm a star! Oh my God. I didn't know this was her. And you guys were commenting all on my Patreon about how it's her. And I was like, who? And I looked it up, like blown away. Absolutely blown away that this is her. Not only because it doesn't look like her at all, but this is professional delivery. What she's doing is at a high professional grade of singing. This is not something that just anyone can do. And I don't know of her having any background in Broadway or stage singing that I know of. And maybe I'm out of the loop. You guys tell me, because she's singing like a professional. I just didn't connect the two. My brain couldn't even connect the two.
If you want to make the team, you don't need happiness or self-esteem. You just need to keep your feet inside the line. Sing, children. 2, 3, 4.
She was a throw the hammer, standing up to
She's like, look, see?
The circle.
All the time. And if you want to teach success, you don't use sympathy or tenderness.
I love that they are accentuating the sound of her big shoes to make her sound like she's heavier and bigger than she is. It's just so clear there.
Have to force the little squits to toe the line. Sing, Jenny.
If you want to know the how for your country, you have to stay inside.
I love her face.
All the time. So
Oh my god. That was the best reaction. How did I not see that before? Look at their faces. Matilda's like, what is she doing? The other girl's like, oh god, what is she doing? This is hilarious. I love their expressions here. God, I love this movie.
I apply just one simple rule to a hammer-free life at school. Life's a ball, so learn to throw it. Find the belly line and tow it, and always keep your feet inside the line. Now get out.